this is a tour that doesn't use any fuel, any electricity, so it's a very efficient tour.
Being in Jamaica, if you look really hard, you can find some creative and unique things to do. And today I'm in Westmoreland at this lovely adventure park where they have this pushcart ride. It's basically like a roller coaster merged with a pushcart. And if anybody know about our Jamaican culture, pushcarts are things that we normally use in the market to push produce. And the owner here just kind of came up with a unique idea of merging that culture with something that would be entertaining and amusing to visitors. So you're going through the bushes, going at a nice enough speed that it's fun, and you're reaching out here, you can touch the trees and look at the different plants and the animals on his property. Stay tuned, it's going to be a great episode.
Kareem's Quest. Travel different from the rest. You're watching Kareem's Quest. Always an adventure when you're watching Kareem's Quest.
I'm here with Cheyenne. Cheyenne, how is everything?
Everything's doing great.
All right, so I noticed that you guys have done something that has never been done here before, right?
Yes.
You basically have your push cart, like a push cart roller coaster.
Yes.
What started that idea?
Well, we have 4 tours that we do here at JamWest Motorsports and Adventure Park. One of them is ATVs, the other one is the zip lining, the other one is the Jeep Safari, and also the horseback riding. But there was a demand for more. We had a lot of persons that were at a certain weight limit that could only participate in some tours.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so there was a need for something else. And this idea came about because basically this is a tour that doesn't use any fuel, any electricity, so it's a very efficient tour.
Okay.
Yes.
Ah, nice. So no electricity, so then what are you dependent on? Gravity?
Gravity, yeah.
Oh,
Straight gravity fed because it goes straight down a hill.
So where did the concept in terms of just, because yes, you knew that there was a demand, but what led you in this area to say, well, a push cart?
Well, go on everybody. If you're enjoying my videos on Kareem's Quest, I've got even more great content for you. So be sure to subscribe to my channel for new episodes. And if you want to find some of the best hotels, restaurants, and hidden gems in Jamaica, check out my website, kareemsquest.com. I also curate tours and do itineraries, so feel free to email me at any time.
All right, you know Jamaican culture already. We use market carts to transport our goods.
True.
And it has a very rich culture.
True.
The bobsled that we do also evolved from the market cart here. And we're thriving bobsledding right now.
Right.
Because I think we just won something in the Winter Olympics. I'm not sure exactly what it was. But from doing our research and attending trade shows for attractions, we noticed that a lot of places are selling mountain coasters. Yes, so they have different types of carts and different type of sleds that they use to transport the guests down the coaster. So we decided to use a market cart.
I love that, because when you go Coronation Market, you still see a whole heap of carts them pushing around a bunch of produce.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
So to see that here, so tell me, what was the construction phase like? Because you must have had a lot of trials that you had to do to get it right.
Oh yes, we did have a lot of trials. And all the persons that constructed the cart are local persons. So we had local welders constructing the carts. The engineers are also local. Yes, and the mastermind behind all of it is Mr. Ian Gordon, who is indeed the CEO of the attraction. Yes.
So him personally start it up.
Personally start up everything, design the cart, design the rail, and he had persons advising him as we went along.
What was some of the most intricate part of just the design, especially when you're coming up with a trail?
Well, one of the most intricate things was finding the perfect wheels.
Really?
Yes, for the carts. Yes. We wanted something that was durable, something that would last long, something that was strong.
Oh.
So we purchased maybe 20 or 30 different wheels trying to find the perfect thing.
Because they're basically running on a metal rail type thing,
Yes,
right?
metal rail, you have wheels at the top, you have wheels at the bottom, and you have wheels at the side.
Oh.
Yes.
So you guys went through a lot of them?
Yes, we did, a lot. And all of the pipes that are used to make the rails, those were imported.
So how long is this journey?
The entire trail, I would say, is about maybe 3/4 of a mile. Yes, but we start off here at station 1, and there's a stop in the middle at station 2. Ideally, what we want to do is have some Jamaican pastries down there at the stop. Stuff like maybe a grater cake or
drops.
Drops, exactly. Stuff like that. And then after you leave that station, then you reach the end station.
So you're giving persons this kind of, you're mixing up the authentic Jamaican vibe with it then?
Yes.
Right?
That's the goal.
So I'm looking at the cards, Cheyenne, and I can't help but noticing they have colorful designs.
Yes, colorful designs and colorful names.
Right? So who come up with that part now?
Also, Mr. Ian Gordon himself insisted that every card be named from something Jamaican. Okay. Whether it was a fruit, or a person,
or bamboo,
a drink, or a big bamboo.
Ah, right. So and I know that it must be a hit with foreigners, right?
Yes, they get really excited when they see these names. And they start to decide which cart they want to ride in, whether it's a red stripe or the big bamboo, if they want to go on the pineapple or the banana.
So they just love it because of that, right?
Yes, they do.
So now let me ask you, what has been the feedback?
Very good so far. Very good, yes. We've had a lot of locals coming from Kingston. We had a promotion with Gustavus where we're selling it at a reduced rate. And a lot of people came in and they were very excited.
Yes, how many of them do you have, by the way?
How many carts?
Yeah.
19 carts.
19?
Yes.
So,
19.
but now I'm just seeing like 2, 4, 6.
Yes, there are some carts at the end.
Oh, at the next station.
Yes. And we have a challenge in that area that we plan to improve on, which is having the carts return to the beginning.
Yes, so how they return?
Alright, so Mr. Gordon designed a truck that has a rail on it. So you put the cart on a rail at the end, and that rail can actually move. It can go up and down and side to side. So you back the truck up to that rail and slide off from that rail to the truck's rail. Then you drive the truck back up here. We have 2 trucks. Each truck can carry 9 at a time. You back that truck up here and slide that off from that rail onto another rail here that can also move. And then that rail now brings it onto the main rail.
Wow, that's a lot of rails.
It's a lot of rails, yes.
So that is what you're going to use until you can figure out something easier, right?
Yes. But for now, using it has been easy so far. It's easy enough. We can do it fast enough. We can bring 9 rails up here in a matter of 10 minutes. So it's working fine for now, but as we go along and the demand improves for this tour, we'll need to find a way to get the carts back up here faster. So we might be adding rails from the end straight back to here.
So one of the good things about them is that it is clear that they're constantly listening to feedbacks and making a lot of adjustments accordingly, right?
Yes, yes.
And no, so you were worried that, there were some rides that persons were excluded from because of certain restrictions. So this can manage. What's the weight limit here?
Once somebody can fit in the cart, I think about 350.
Good.
Should be fine.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh, nice. And then from there, so you have like group packages?
Yeah, we have group deals, yeah. A lot of persons that are in groups, they like to come here and at least do 2 things. Yes.
Really?
Yes. In most instances, 3 things. And that is really why we needed that 3rd tour to add. Yeah, because persons with those weight restrictions, they can do the ATVs, they can do the Jeep Safari, but as for the horseback riding and the zip line, you have a little challenge there. So this will do the trick.
Sean, one of the things I love is that Negril is such a nice, serene place to be, right? There are so many activities that are happening here. However, Negril also far,
Yeah.
right? And persons might have challenges reaching here. What are some of the tips that you would give them?
Okay, so mainly I would talk about Knutsford Express. They have a pretty good service, comfortable, reasonable price to get to Negril. Also in Negril, especially around these times, you can find really good deals for locals. Almost every hotel is depending on the locals to survive at this point. Our bus service here at JamWest is that once you're booking a tour here, we pick you up from areas around Montego Bay, Negril and Lucy for free, and we'll take you back.
Oh, so even if Knutsford only takes you to a point, or bus shuttle service only takes you to a point, you have your own transportation then that will coordinate?
Yes, we do.
Oh, nice.
We pick you up and drop you back off at that point for free.
And usually when persons come here, they're going to spend about 2 hours, right?
Yes, sometimes up to 5 hours.
Luckily though, you have food that is sold. You have a little cafe, you know.
Yes.
You see a cafe?
Yeah, we have a cafe. You can get like tea, sandwiches, pastries.
And that's the potato
coffee.
pudding.
Yes, potato pudding has to be there. You know, we're Jamaican.
Where do you get your potato pudding from?
It's locally made.
Yeah, I would suspect so. Is it somebody in the community?
Vendor. Yes, that makes the potato pudding and sauce.
Oh, nice. Which one of your pastries, when they come, especially when they're on the push cart, which pastry do persons gravitate to the most?
Coconut drops.
Coconut drops?
Yeah, coconut drops is a hit for everyone. Everyone loves that one.
So when the foreigners them come to Jamaica, they want the coconut drops?
Yes, they want coconut drops. And they also ask for oxtail a lot.
Really?
Yes.
When they find it from oxtail, how they find it out?
I don't know. Before they book the tour and they're coming from the hotel, they call and say, listen, we want oxtail to eat. Make sure oxtail is there on the menu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So now that we're in the basically Westmoreland and you guys are from Westmoreland, are there some things, is there any patois word in Westmoreland that you believe is unique to Westmoreland? Is Westmoreland patois different from Jamaica, the rest of Jamaica patois?
I would say that maybe the Westmoreland people talk worse than the Kingston people. But I can't think of any word per se that is
unique to Westmoreland.
Yeah. I can't think of it.
Alright, so listen, you're the type of person, you know, want sometime do her own subsidy tours unless she has to do it, right?
Yeah.
So you're willing to take on the challenge with me?
Yes, I will.
She's going to. Alright, people, so listen, it was lovely. We're going to try this and see what it is like. I'm eager to also be on it. I love seeing these mom and pop type places because I just believe that you guys work so much with the community. Like even here, I realize that you have a full staff complement or a large staff complement. How many persons do you have on staff?
Well, when we just reopened after the whole Corona lockdown, we started with about 30, but slowly every day we have to be calling back persons. So
good.
Yeah.
And they're happy for that?
Of course, the numbers are rising. Sometimes you have staff coming and asking when is it that they're gonna get a call, which is hard to determine, but as soon as we see a window open, we give them a call.
Good. We're going through a forest area and the sun is out, so it's a little bit hot, but nonetheless it really feels exhilarating and nice. It's like a, you know, it's like a roller coaster, but you know, in Jamaican type style where you're going through bushes them and sometimes the leaves them rubbing against your skin and everything like that, and you feel like you're right beside, well, you're literally beside nature. It's a lovely experience nonetheless. Now we're here at Station 2. We just did the first leg. It was very exhilarating, especially the hard corner. How was that, Sharon?
It was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yes.
I thought I heard the person went before us start scream.
Yes, she was screaming indeed. I could hear her from the top.
Don't it? It's a very nice feeling coming down, and then this is the break area where you can get your pastries.
Yes.
So where would the pastry be? Up under that gazebo there?
Yes, right there.
Okay then.
The motorsports community in Jamaica is a very strong one, and today I'm at JamWest in Negril. Now this is a place where many persons come to the circuit racing, but they have this driving experience that anybody can partake in. It's basically where you can get to choose from 3 vehicles, well, one of 3 vehicles, and drive around the track for about an hour and a half. They have an instructor that will sit with you, guide you, and teach you how to maneuver the various corners. It's going to be another fun episode, and I'm going to try it and see how well I fare.
Kareems West.
Cheyenne, at JamWest is known for driving.
Yes.
So clearly that's what inspired you guys to have a driving experience.
Yes. As a matter of fact, the driving experience was the tour that inspired all the other things that we're doing now.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
So when did that start?
The driving experience tour started out in 2016, but the drag race track started in December 2003. Yes, is when it began. After that, we added a circuit track, and during one of our visits overseas, we realized that there was an opportunity for us to generate income here every day by having a tour. So persons can come here, they get a personal tour guide, they can drive different types of cars and go out there and do something that they have never done before.
Nice. So you have basically 3 cars that people can choose from.
Yes. We actually have more than 3, but the package that we sell entails 3. So you can use a Mazda RX-8, we have Mazda Miatas, we have Honda Civics, we have Mini Coopers, different types of cars.
So when persons come on this tour, do they take me through what the experience is like? So do you have to, well, be able to drive a manual?
No, you don't have to be able to drive a manual because we also have automatic cars. But the first step in the tour is, 1, you need to sign a waiver. Next,
Of course.
Next, we take you over to get geared up, so you get a racing suit, you get a helmet, you get driving shoes, then you are briefed on what is expected of you. Then we take you out and we start off with a series of tests before we take you onto the actual track. So the first thing we do is a braking and acceleration test, and the next thing we do is a handling test. So we allow you to go through some cones, and then we will vet your driving ability. Then we take you out onto the actual track. We take you to the short track first, and once we see that you can handle it, then we'll give you a little bit more speed by going all the way down.
Wow. How long does the tour last?
The driving experience tour goes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half.
That's a lot.
Yes, it is a lot. It's a lot of driving. We start off by timing you with your first lap, and as you go along, you will see the improvement. At the end of the driving experience, we give you a certificate with your best time, and in future we plan to list all these times on our website. So if you're somebody that's competitive, you can check and see how you're doing compared to the rest of people that have done the tour before.
But guess what then, Cheyenne? The people who can drive exceptionally well and probably are race car drivers just going to come and make a good lap.
Well, that's true.
And then just beat out everybody.
That's true. But at least if you see that you're number 3 compared to a professional race car driver, then that's still a good achievement.
Sean, you guys used to have this, before the pandemic, you used to have this it was like a race car festival.
Yes.
Where you had invited persons from around the Caribbean. What was that like, hosting it for the first time?
That was amazing and crazy. We got race cars from Guyana, Trinidad, Barbados, the Cayman Islands, competing against Jamaicans. And that was like something awesome for Jamaicans, because competing with yourselves, you sort of know what to expect.
Right.
Getting persons from 4 other countries with cars similar to yours, that was something awesome.
And the venue was packed.
Packed, full of people,
Yeah.
loads of people. Yep.
And what I loved about it was the fact that I'm based in Kingston, so there are so many events that are held in Kingston, but very few outside of Kingston, especially, just the creative ones.
Yeah. Well, this event could bring people from all over Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah. We pull people from all over.
So we're on one of the circuit. Well, we're on the main circuit now, and the sun is coming out, and persons normally here when they're competing, it's packed up. The pits are very full, and you have a lot of vantage points, because I think you build like these towers. How many towers do you have to view the races?
We have 3 different buildings.
Mm-hmm.
All of them have 3 stories that you can view races from.
So you get a good vantage point.
Yes.
So back to my driving experience now. Who normally takes up something like this?
You'll have the average American, mostly a male, but we do have females that are interested and want to do the tour
I know it's
also.
males.
Yes, and when they come here, they tend to not want to start off from the bottom. They don't want us to test them. They want to jump all the way to the top, which doesn't really work like that. But it's always a challenge for them, and they always meet up into something that they don't expect, because we use Japanese cars here, and we drive on the right-hand side of the road, and they're used to driving on the left-hand side of the road. So they're used to shifting with the right hand, and we shift with the left hand. So right there, they get a challenge that they didn't prepare for.
And so, especially with a lot of males, some men just going to want to prove bravado, right?
Right away, they want to prove a point.
That's true. All right, well, listen.
Now I'm in one of the test units, and I have my instructor Kamal here. Kamal is going to show me, basically take me through the basics first, and then from there so we go on the circuit. So let's go, Kamal. Ready?
Yeah man, I'm ready.
Alright,
So first, got the seatbelt on. Alright, then stop at the first one. Alright, back to neutral. How did that feel? Are you comfortable with the shifting? Alright, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna start with the slow lap. I'm just gonna give you a speed limit of that 50. Alright. Now we just have some cones laid out on the track. I'm gonna tell you how to enter and exit these cones.
alright, cool.
Here, first turn on the left. Right there, something. And then we'll continue. Alright, so the track uses like racing lines, right? For the slow process, you're gonna follow the one that I'm telling you about now. So when you enter out of that corner, right, you won't be on the far left here. Okay. You'll be on the right. Alright? Because there's one other turn coming up. You don't want to enter this turn really tight inside, or else you're gonna be coming off the track.
Oh, so you're tight when you mean like right here,
So you're coming tight here.
I just did an exhilarating lap with my trainer Kamal. Now he used a lot of complicated terminologies, but he was extremely knowledgeable in terms of helping me to capitalize on the corners and come out of them very confidently and learn how to cut down time if I was competing. I love things like these. Jamaica has so many things to offer, and there are so many different entrepreneurs who are being creative and bringing up a package that is different and people can really appreciate. I'm going to take a final lap, but until then, as usual, stay safe and walk good.